Hello. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm seeing almost 32 students are present. So it's not a good sign that the attendance is getting reduced day by day. So I do feel so you should join honestly, do your lectures honestly, because you will get something from it. Instead of staying at home, you should attend these lectures, and we are doing it for you. So attendance, I want an improvement in the attendance, because this is very less attendance, less than 50% of attendance today, and this has been reducing from last few lectures. So today we were going to start the unit number 2, and as we are going on, we'll be going in depth. So as we go on, this machine learning becomes a little bit more and more tougher to understand, to visualize. So it needs to be an attention. It needs an attention. And that's why I feel that the lectures should not be bunked. It should be attended. You will be getting your notes, as well as you'll understand the things what can come in the exam, because the MCQs, or it may be a theoretical paper offline, if it happens, so it will come from this only. So you'll not get these notes from anywhere else. It needs, this is a new topic, new subject, so nobody has got the notes. So we'll be having the notes also. All the things are there. So I do feel so the attendance has to be more, because this attendance is not tolerable. So I'm really very sad that it does mean that if I'm not teaching well, it's looking like this. So please, if it is like that, please let me know what are the issues, so that I can improve and the attendance can improve. Okay. So we will start with unit number 2, and that is the flavors of machine learning. This is unit number 2. So flavors of machine learning means it's a different kind of like flavors you do have now. You have an ice cream and you have different kinds of flavors. So these are also like in flavors of machine learning, like flavors of an ice cream. You have different kinds of flavors. So similarly, this is having flavors of machine learning. So if you really want to study machine learning, I do feel so this is the unit actually which is a turning point of the syllabus, where you can see that from here onwards the machine learning gets into a very important mode, and you will be starting to do the practicals on this. If you understand this, then you can also do practicals. This unit becomes very crucial, because first unit was just an introduction. Now we are going moving into the flavors of machine learning. So one by one, we will see those flavors. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so this is the learning system. Now, actually, we have to understand first what is a learning system. Then only we can move towards what actually we are going to move into the machine learning. So what is learning system? So learning system is essentially a collection of artifacts that are brought together in an appropriate way in order to create an environment that will facilitate various types of learning process. सो लर्निंग सिस्टम क्या है कि एसेंशियली बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स को दे आर ब्रॉट टुगेदर, लॉट ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स आर ब्रॉट टुगेदर इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट एन एनवायरनमेंट that will help for the learning process. That is what the learning system is. And why we are studying this learning system? Because we have already seen what is learning, what is designing, who is the learner, who is the reasoner, and now we are seeing, we are moving towards the system. So what is this learning system? It is nothing but the number of artifacts or collection of artifacts that are brought together in order to create an environment, and that will facilitate various types of learning process. So this is how the learning system is. So the learning system can be in varieties and can be in a different forms, like your book could be a learning system, your mobile can be a learning system, a computer can be, an online forum can be, a school and a university itself can be the learning systems. So most learning systems will provide various types of learning resources and description of procedures for using this to achieve particular learning outcomes. So बहुत सारे learning systems जो है वो आपको provide करते हैं various types of learning resources and the procedure for using it to achieve a particular learning outcomes. मतलब क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे learning systems ऐसे होते हैं कि जिनमें आपको आगे लेके जाने के लिए आपको instructions मिलेंगे, procedures मिलेंगे और आप अचीव कर सकते हो पर्टिकुलर लर्निंग आउटकम्स. So these learning systems you can imagine, like I said, that book is a learning system. On a mobile form can be a computer, can be an online forum, can be school, can be university, can be. This is what a learning system. This learning system is also very important to understand that how a particular learning outcomes can be achieved. A particular learning outcomes can be achieved. This will also embed various strategies for assessing the levels and quality of the achievements of the users. If you are going to decide what is your learning system, then you can go for a particular learning outcomes. And if you go for a particular learning outcomes, you can also make a strategy of assessing the levels and the quality of the achievement. मतलब आपने जो अचीव किया है वो कितना क्वालिटी है, किस हद तक वो आपको फायदे में रहेगा और वो कितना अचीव्ड हुआ है, वो सारी चीजें जब आती है तो फिर आपको हम बोल सकेंगे कि आपका लर्निंग सिस्टम जो है वो प्रॉपर है, यानी कि पर्टिकुलर लर्निंग आउटकम्स देने के लिए रेडी है. दैट इज व्हाट द लर्निंग सिस्टम इज अबाउट. So now we are going to see different types of learning systems that we are going to see, and these learning systems will be helpful in classification as well as regression. So now from now onwards you can see that this unit starts becoming a very important unit, and it will be very helpful for the coming units, and for the practicals also it is going to be very useful. So we have seen learning system. It is nothing but essentially a collection of artifacts that are brought together in order to create an environment that will help or facilitate various types of learning process. So different types of learning systems could be a book, a mobile, it may be a computer, online forum, it could be school, or it could be university. Then the most of the learning systems actually provides various learning resources and procedures in order to achieve a particular learning outcomes. And these strategies for accessing these levels and quality of the achievement can be done for this learning system. So this is all about a learning system. Now we are moving towards the types of learning systems. So once you understand what is learning system, then you need to understand the types of learning systems. So we are going to see basically three types of learning systems, machine learning systems. The first one is a supervised machine learning system. The second one is an unsupervised machine learning system. The third one is a reinforcement machine learning system. So basically तीन systems है जो machine learning के अंदर आते हैं. Sorry. So supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement. Now supervised में कौन कौन से algorithms आते हैं? फिर supervised में आता है regression, जो कि linear और polynomial types के regressions होते हैं. Then comes decision trees, then random forest. Then we see the classifications. This comes under supervision. So classification जब भी करेंगे आप तो वो supervised में आता है. So such as KNN, trees, logistic regressions, naive Bayes, SVM, all these classifications as well as regression we are going to see. So mostly if you find in supervision, you will be having different algorithms. Few more algorithms are that, like super vector vector machines. Then comes the decision tree, random forest, and beyond classification, we have also regressions. So basically under supervision, under supervised machine learning, we have basically two types of classifications under supervised. One is your regression and the other one is a classification. So what is regression and what is classification we are going to see in the next coming slides. But first of all, just understand that these things are under supervision, supervised algorithms. So that is regression and classification. When it comes to regression, you have two types, that is linear and polynomial regressions. And as far as classification is concerned, then there are KNN, even KNN trees, logistic regression, naive Bayes, and super vector machines. That is what the supervised things is about. So how supervised works, machine learning algorithm works, how unsupervised works, we are going to see in the coming slide. Now, unsupervised, you have only one type which has been there, that is on clustering. So under clustering, you have singular value decomposition algorithm that is called as SVD. Then we have principal component analysis called as PCA. Then we have k-means clustering. So these are the actually clusterings. These are forms of clusterings which comes under clustering. They are SVD, PCA, and k-means. Beyond that, we have an associative analysis like a priori, FP growth, and then we also have hidden Markov model. So these models are under unsupervised. So this is the second type of machine learning system what we have seen. And the third one is an reinforcement, under which we don't have different classifications like supervised and unsupervised have, but we'll be seeing some of the applications of reinforcement. So these are the machine learning types. A little bit beyond the beyond some of the classifications and regressions, we'll also little bit divide into somewhat like more elaborate on how these types are differentiated. So as we see that the machine learning are having the three machine learning systems. One is a supervised learning, you can see on the right side, which is in the pink color. Unsupervised learning, that is in the bluish color, and then the reinforcement learning. Now under supervised learning, you can see that there are two types, classification and regression. And under unsupervised, you see classification and dimensionality reduction, clustering and dimensionality reduction. अब dimensionality reduction में आपका PCA आता है, that is principal component analysis. So वो हो गया आपका unsupervised. इस तरह से supervised और unsupervised के अलावा तीसरा है reinforcement learning, जिसका कोई और classification नहीं है. तो अभी वैसा देखा जाए तो इस सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग के अंडर आपके दो चीजें हैं, एक क्लासिफिकेशन है और एक रिग्रेशन है. सो क्लासिफिकेशन कहाँ कहाँ यूज हो सकता है? फॉर डायग्नोस्टिक पर्पस, फॉर कस्टमर रिटेंशन, इमेज क्लासिफिकेशन, and identity of fraud detection that can be used for by classification. और अगर रिग्रेशन की बात करेंगे तो एडवर्टाइजिंग पॉपुलैरिटी प्रेडिक्शंस, वेदर फोरकास्ट, market forecast, estimation, life expectancy, then population growth prediction. So basically हम अगर इन दोनों चीजों को देखेंगे तो क्लासिफिकेशन एक्चुअली क्लासिफाई करता है यस और नो में, क्योंकि डायग्नोसिस में आपको यस और नो ही लगेगा, फ्रॉड हुआ है या नहीं हुआ लगेगा, इमेज है या नहीं है. सो इसका मतलब इट विल क्लासिफाई द थिंग्स इनटू यस और नो, ट्रू और फॉल्स, and then we could say that 1 or 0, right? True or false, yes or no, 1 and 0. So in this way, yes or no, it will be classified into ones and zeros, a type of kind of classification. But in case of regression, if you see, it is predicting and forecasting. It is not classifying into something. It is used to predict or forecast something. So कुछ तो predict हुआ है, कम ज्यादा हुआ है, या कुछ तो forecast किया गया, या बारिश होगी नहीं होगी. इस तरह के जो forecasting में है वो रिग्रेशन यूज होता है. अभी अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग में आप देखोगे तो क्लस्टरिंग है. क्लस्टरिंग कहाँ कहाँ पर यूज हो सकता है? रेकमेंडर सिस्टम्स में, यानी अगर आपको कोई सिस्टम रेकमेंड करना है तो वो क्लस्टरिंग के थ्रू आप रेकमेंड कर सकते हो. देन टारगेटेड मार्केटिंग एंड देन कस्टमर सेगमेंटेशन के लिए भी क्लस्टरिंग यूज हो सकता है. यानी कस्टमर यानी सेगमेंटेशन, यानी कि ये वाले कस्टमर्स टीवी परचेस कर रहे हैं, ये वाले कस्टमर जो है वो मैक्सिमम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गुड्स कर रहे हैं, ये वाले कुछ और कर रहे हैं, तो आप उनका क्लस्टर कर सकते हैं. या यूं कहो कि मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज या अर्बन सिटीज, या जिनको हमें क्लस्टर करना है कि भाई ये जो है ये मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज है, ये स्मार्ट सिटीज है, ये बिलो स्मार्ट सिटीज है, यानी आप उसको क्लस्टरिंग के फॉर्म में ला सकते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट द क्लस्टरिंग इज अबाउट. एंड देन डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन के लिए यानी आपको डायमेंशन रिड्यूस करना है 3D से 2D, 2D से 1D, उस चीज के लिए भी अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग काम में आ सकता है. सो उसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज दैट फीचर बाइसेक्शंस, स्ट्रक्चर डिस्कवरी, मीनिंगफुल कॉम्प्रेशंस, बिग डेटा विजुअलाइजेशंस. इस तरह से डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन काम करता है. And then comes the reinforcement learning. So where it could be used, this is not having any kind of classification. It is one of the learning system directly that can be used in different applications like game, artificial intelligence game हो सकता है, skill acquisition हो सकता है, learning tasks हो सकता है, रोबोट नेविगेशंस के लिए भी काम में आ सकता है, या फिर रियल टाइम डिसीजंस लेने में भी काम में आ सकता है. सो इस तरह से ब्रॉडर वे से हमने मशीन लर्निंग को देखा. So basically there are three types of machine learning systems: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Supervised में again it is classified into classification and regression, and unsupervised is classified into clustering and dimensionality reduction. So this is the types of machine learning. Now we'll go with machine learning and how it is divided into supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. How the machine learning classifies or decides the types which is there. So as with any method, there are different ways to train machine learning algorithms, each with their own advantages and disadvantages, है ना. तो जो आप methods classify करोगे वो उसमें कुछ advantages होंगे, कुछ में disadvantages होंगे. सो वो दोनों तीनों तरीके से आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा मेथड किस जगह पे अप्लाई किया जा सकता है. टू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रोज एंड कॉन्स ऑफ ईच टाइप ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग, वी मस्ट फर्स्ट लुक एट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डेटा दे इंजेस्ट. सो इन मशीन लर्निंग देयर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ डेटा. यानी कि भाई कौन सा प्रकार का डेटा है या कौन से टाइप का डेटा है, उस हिसाब से मशीन लर्निंग इन चीजों को क्लासिफाई करेगा. सो मोस्टली दो टाइप्स के डेटा होता है. एक होता है लेबल्ड डेटा, एक होता है अनलेबल्ड डेटा. नाउ लेबल्ड और अनलेबल्ड का मतलब ये है कि सपोज there are 100 of boys, yeah, 100 of students. So 100 of students, they are labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like way. Now when they are labeled with numbers, I can easily identify which is the 56th number boy, yeah, girl or student. So I can identify 56th because they are labeled. So it becomes easier. So that is one kind of data which is labeled data. And the other one is called as unlabeled data. Unlabeled data mein there is no labeling on the students. And then it becomes difficult for me to identify a particular boy or girl. Because we have to randomly check each and every boy and girl to identify whether which boy or girl is needed to be identified. So इसका मतलब ये है कि अनसुपरवाइज में क्या बोलते हैं, कुछ डेटा जो है वो अनलेबल टाइप हो सकता है और कुछ डेटा है वो लेबल टाइप हो सकता है. सो इस हिसाब से हम टाइप्स ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग भी तय कर सकते हैं. सो वी कैन से दैट लेबल डेटा हैज बोथ द इनपुट एंड आउटपुट पैरामीटर्स and in a completely machine readable pattern, but requires lot of human labor to label the data to begin with. Obviously अगर आप उस डेटा को लेबल कर रहे हो तो कितना सारा काम बढ़ेगा. हर बच्चे को लेबल लगाते बैठो, हर एक एलिमेंट को लेबल लगाना पड़ेगा. एलिमेंट ऑफ डेटा, वैल्यू ऑफ अ डेटा, हर चीज को लेबल लगाना पड़ेगा. सो ऑब्वियसली इट रिक्वायर्स लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट्स टू पुट बिहाइंड. बट अनलेबल्ड डेटा का ऐसा नहीं है. Unlabeled data only has one or none of the parameters in machine readable form. Machine readable form में है नहीं क्योंकि वो unlabeled है. This negates the need of human labor. तो इसका फायदा ये है कि यहाँ पर आपको human labor की जरूरत नहीं है, हर एक चीज को लेबल करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But it requires more complex solution. But yes, complex solution लगेगा क्योंकि जिस बच्चे को मैं आइडेंटिफाई करना चाहता हूँ वो उसका तो कोई नंबर है नहीं, तो मुझे हर एक चीज को जाकर ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि जो मुझे जो चाहिए स्टूडेंट वो कैसे ढूंढेंगे. सो देयर आर ऑल्सो टाइप सम टाइप ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम्स दैट आर यूज्ड इन अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक यूज केसेस, but three main methods are used today. So first one we are going to see is a supervised machine learning. So depending upon whether your data is labeled data or unlabeled data, you're going to define three types of machine learning systems. One is supervised, the other one is unsupervised, and the third one is reinforcement. So now we are moving into the first type, that is called as supervised machine learning. So in the figure you can see you have X and you have Y. So X is nothing but the inputs, starting from input 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that way n inputs. You also have outputs, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 up till Y outputs. So I have both inputs as well as outputs. So supervised आप समझ रहे हैं. सबसे पहले मैं ब्लॉक डायग्राम समझाता हूं, then we'll move on to what the concept is about. So I do have X as I do have Y. So I have input as well as I have output. I have number of inputs as well as number of outputs. That is input n, output n. Now these are given to the learning algorithm. Now this learning algorithm will train these inputs, will train the inputs and outputs. The training will happen here and a model will be generated. ओके, सो इनपुट एंड आउटपुट्स लर्निंग एल्गोरिदम को दिए जाएंगे और यहाँ पर मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिदम जो है वो उस पर लगाने के बाद उस डेटा को ट्रेंड किया जाएगा, मतलब हम एक मॉडल तैयार कर गए. सो इसका मतलब मॉडल अब मेरा तैयार हो चुका है. तो एक नया इनपुट अगर इसको मैं दूं तो उसने मुझे आउटपुट देना चाहिए. अगर मैं नया इनपुट इसको दूं, दैट इज इनपुट एक्स इज गिवन, देन आई शुड हैव एन आउटपुट वाई. So we are actually, in generally what we are doing is that we are developing a model to which a new image or new input data can be fed and you can check whether your model is working or not. This is how the supervised learning is about. So now इसमें कौन सा types का data use होता है, ये बहुत important है. So supervised learning is one of the most basic types of machine learning. In this type, the machine learning algorithm is trained on labeled data. So yes, सुपरवाइज में आपको लेबलिंग करनी पड़ेगी डेटा की और वो लेबलिंग में आपको काफी टाइम देना पड़ेगा कि हर एक चीज को मैन्युअली आपको लेबल करना पड़ेगा और वही लेबल डेटा ट्रेनिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा. सो ऑब्वियसली द टाइप ऑफ द डेटा इज अ लेबल्ड टाइप. Even though the data needs to be labeled accurately for this method to work, supervised learning is extremely powerful when used in right circumstances. भले ही हमको उसको हर एक डेटा को लेबल करना पड़ेगा एक्यूरेटली, लेकिन बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशंस में ये बहुत एक्सट्रीमली पावरफुल टाइप बन सकता है. भले इसमें काम करना पड़े, लेकिन ये इट कुड बी अ वेरी पावरफुल टाइप ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग if it is used in right circumstances. In supervised learning, the ML algorithm is given small training data set to work with. This training data set is smaller part of the bigger data set. So obviously बहुत बड़ा डेटा है तो इसमें से छोटा पार्ट ही ट्रेनिंग को दिया जाएगा, यानी बड़े डेटा सेट में से smaller part is given as for the training and serves to give the algorithm a basic idea of the problem, solution and data points to be dealt with. So just एक आइडिया देने के लिए भाई कुछ डेटा हम ट्रेनिंग को दे रहे हैं, उससे एक अंदाजा आ जाएगा कि भाई क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती है, क्या सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है and which kind of data points we are dealing with. The training data set is also very similar to the final data sets in its characteristics. Obviously test data और train data के characteristics तकरीबन similar होंगे and provides the algorithm with the labeled parameters required for the problem. The algorithm then finds relationship between the parameters given, essentially establishing a cause and effect relationship between variables in the data set. So ये algorithm जब train करेगा तो वो basically कुछ relation निकालेगा between the parameters that are given to it. So it is nothing but finding out the cause and effect of the relationship between variables in the data set. At the end of the training, the algorithm has an idea of how the data works and what is the relationship between input and output. So obviously जब उसको train किया जाएगा तो input और output के बीच का relation वो निकाल सकेगा. That is the most important thing about the supervised learning. It also finds out the relationship between the parameters given, essentially establishing a cause and effect relationship between the variables in the data set. So ultimately supervised machine learning एक तो लेबल्ड डेटा सेट पे काम करता है, दूसरा इसमें जो है वो स्मॉल ट्रेनिंग डेटा सेट इस्तेमाल होता है फ्रॉम बिगर डेटा सेट. It will get the training data set is having similar characteristics what the final data set is about. Then the algorithm finds out the relationship between the parameters given. Essentially, it has an idea about how data works, and it also finds out the relationship between input and output. This solution is then deployed for use with final data set. बिल्कुल इसी तरह का जो algorithm जो model developed हुआ है वो final data set के ऊपर लगाया जा सकता है, which it learns from the same way as the training data set. This means that the supervised machine learning algorithm will continue to improve even after deployed, discovering new patterns and relationship as it train itself on a new data. So वो और लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम और सीखता जाएगा, और जैसे जैसे उसको इमेजेस जाएंगे, नए नए इमेजेस, उससे वो लर्न करता जाएगा और फिर वो परफेक्ट डिसीजंस की तरफ बढ़ेगा. सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग इज कॉमनली यूज्ड इन रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशंस सच एज फेस एंड स्पीच रिकॉग्नाइजेशन, प्रोडक्ट्स और मूवी रिकमेंडेशंस एंड सेल्स फोरकास्टिंग. सो इस तरह से सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग अलग अलग तरीके से यूज किया जा सकता है. स्पेशली फेस एंड स्पीच रिकॉग्नाइजेशन and sales forecasting are few of the applications that are routine applications used in the market. Supervised learning, the learning data comes with description, labels, targets or desired outputs, and the objective is to find a general rule that matches input and output. Obviously आप इनपुट और आउटपुट के बीच में जब रिलेशनशिप निकालने के लिए काम करते हो तो आप एक जनरल रूल तय करते हो कि किस तरह से इनपुट और आउटपुट मैप होंगे. This kind of learning is called as labeled data. The learned rule is then used to label new data and unknown outputs. So इसी तरह से जो learning rule आप लगा रहे हो लेबल डेटा के ऊपर, तो नया डेटा को भी वैसा लेबलिंग लगाना पड़ेगा और उस तरह से आप अननोन आउटपुट्स हासिल कर सकते हैं. Supervised learning involves building a machine learning model that is based on labeled samples. If you build a system to estimate the price of a plot of land or house based on various features such as size, location, and so on, we first need to create a database and label it. We need to teach the algorithm what features corresponds to what prices. Based on this data, the algorithm will learn how to calculate the price of real estate using the value of input features. सबसे बेस्ट एग्जांपल सुपरवाइज लर्निंग का है कि अगर मैं मेरे प्लॉट का या मेरे घर का एक एस्टिमेशन निकाल सकता हूँ प्राइस का, तो वो कौन से बेसिस पे करेगा? बेस्ड ऑन वेरियस फीचर्स लाइक साइज, लोकेशन, एक्सेट्रा. So accordingly, it will correspond to what price, what features will correspond to what prices. So depending upon it can be useful in real estate in order to find out the value of the house. Supervised learning deals with the learning a function from variable training data. Your learning algorithm analyzes the training data and produces a derived function that can be used for mapping new examples. As usual, whatever I have said is the same thing there. So now supervised learning can be divided into two types. One is regression and the other one is classification. Now, what is regression and what is classification? That is the basic. See, you're understanding the basic knowledge of machine learning. You need to understand this, otherwise you will not understand the programming. सीधी सी बात है, अगर मुझे रिग्रेशन पता नहीं, मुझे क्लासिफिकेशन पता नहीं, तो मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ. मुझे प्रोग्रामिंग बिल्कुल नहीं आएगी पाइथन में. सो इसलिए ये चीजें समझना बहुत जरूरी है. सो नाउ व्हाट आर रिग्रेशन? Regression trains on and predicts a continuous valued response. For example, predicting real estate prices. Obviously, it trains and then it starts producing what will be the value of the real estate. When output y is a discrete valued, it is classification. अगर y की वैल्यू डिस्क्रीट है, जैसे मैंने बताया ना, yes, no, true, false, है ना, 1, 0. अगर मेरी y की वैल्यू डिस्क्रीट वैल्यू है तो वो क्लासिफिकेशन है, और अगर मेरा y कंटिन्यूअस है तो वो प्रिडिक्शन है. देखो सेल्स मार्केट कैसा रहता है ना, ऐसा कंटिन्यूअस रहता है, कभी ऊपर जाता है कभी नीचे जाता है ना, प्रिडिक्ट करते. तो अगर y कंटिन्यूअस है तो वो रिग्रेशन है, y डिस्क्रीट है तो वो क्लासिफिकेशन है. दिस इज द सिंपल and basic thing to understand what classification and regression is. Regression algorithms are used if there is relationship between input variable and output variable. So regression algorithm तभी इस्तेमाल कर सकेंगे जब हम पता कर पाएंगे कि इनपुट और आउटपुट में कोई तो रिलेशनशिप है. And it is useful for prediction of continuous variables such as weather forecasting, market trends, etc. So इसी के लिए वो अगर इनपुट और आउटपुट के बीच में रिलेशनशिप अगर मिल जाता है आपको, तो आप प्रिडिक्शन करने के लिए रिग्रेशन का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. जैसे वेदर फोरकास्टिंग है, मार्केट ट्रेंड्स है, उसके बाद आपका स्टॉक मार्केट है, एंड ऑल दोस थिंग. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट रिग्रेशन. Now, below are some of the popular regression algorithms which comes under supervised learning. So, एक है linear regressions, then regression trees, non-linear regressions, Bayesian's linear regressions, then comes polynomial regressions, and logistic regressions. So, इतने सारे regressions के type है. इसमें से हम थोड़े बहुत देखेंगे, जैसे linear regression है, logistic regressions है, कुछ एक हम regressions algorithms देखेंगे. Then comes classification. So ये discrete valued output यानी कि आपका classification है. So mostly it is used when output variable is categorical, है ना, category में form में होता है, तभी classification use होता है. अगर output variable categorical form में हो, which means there are only two classes, yes, no, male, female, true, false, 1, 0, and etc. Some of the classification algorithms that are used are decision tree, random forest, SVM, neural networks, naive Bayes. ये सारे algorithms हम देखेंगे. We are going to see all these algorithms in programming in your lab experiments. Common examples of supervised learning includes classifying emails into spam, हमने देखा है, and not spam categories, labeling web pages based on their contents, and voice recognition. This is what about the classification is. So this thing we have seen. So let's a little bit revise once again. This is the learning system, which is essentially a collection of artifacts that are brought together to create an environment that will facilitate various types of learning process. Then three types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement. Supervised, again, regression, decision tree, random forest, classification. So basically it is divided into regression and classification. Unsupervised, clustering, associate analysis and hidden Markov model, and reinforcement. This is how the machine learning is divided into three types. So supervised is divided into classification, regression, then unsupervised is divided into clustering and dimensionality reduction, and then comes reinforcement learning. This is about the machine learning, supervised machine learning algorithms. So you have inputs and outputs which are given to the learning algorithms to train the data, and after training a model will be generated to which a new input data will be given, and then the output will be generated. So supervised learning algorithm is applied on labeled data. So labeling is to label each and every input, to label each and every input, so that it will become easier to test the data. So this is about the supervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning involves building a machine learning model based on the labeled samples. So two types of machine learning, supervised machine learning. One is regression and the other one is classification. If y is discrete valued, it is regression. If y is continuous valued, then it is, if y is discrete, it is classification. If y is continuous, then it is regression. So regression is used when you find out the relationship between input variable and output variable, and the applications are weather forecasting, market trends, etc. Types of linear regression, regression trees, non-linear regression, Bayesian linear regression, polynomial, and logistic regression. Classification, so obviously when output y is a discrete, it is classification. That is, it divides, or it means the output variable is categorical, and there are two classes such as yes, no, male, female, true, false, or it may be 1, 0. And various types of classification algorithms are decision tree, random forest, SVM, neural network, naive Bayes. Some of the common applications of supervised learning is emails, classifying emails into spam and not spam, labeling web pages based on the contents, and voice recognition. So this is the thing. Yes, have you understood it? Should we go for the attendance? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.